Hello everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to look at how to design wedding invitation card in Photoshop. So let's begin our work. So we create a workspace for what we are doing. So Ctrl+N to create a new workspace. So you change your preset to international paper, and then your paper size should be A4, and then leave everything like this and hit on OK. Well, that is it. Now what we are going to do over here is I'll come to my fill and then go to solid color, because the color I'm going to use is one color. So let me go there and copy this color code. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste. So that is my color code over there. So what I'll do next is I'll go to my file place, and then let me bring in this background. Alright, so what I'll do to this next is go to edit, and then go to transform and pick 90 degrees clockwise, and then let me hold down Shift and Alt and drag this out to fill the entire workspace for you like this. Now from there, go to filter, go to blur and pick Gaussian blur. Then we blur this out a little bit like this, so you can put it on 40.0, okay, and hit on OK. From there, put this on overlay like this, so you get a background neatly arranged for you like this. Now let's go back to file again, and let me bring in this file also into Photoshop. Now hold down Shift and Alt, drag this to fill the entire sheet like this. Alright, then blend this also to overlay like this, so that you get something like this. Now let me reduce the opacity for this as well to 28, and then go back to your file again, place, and let me bring in this one. So rotate it, and then let me increase it a bit so that I'll position this at this corner like this. Then Ctrl J to duplicate that, drag this. Now rotate it, bring your mouse to close to it like this, and then rotate this, rotate it. So rotate it nicely like this. Now the next thing you are going to do, go back to your shape tool and pick rectangle tool, and then make a nice rectangle like this, so you get something like this. Then Ctrl A and let's center this. Ctrl A, let's center this properly. Ctrl D to deselect. Now let's remove the fill color for the shape, remove the fill color for the shape, and then let's come here and let's pick, open this box here and pick a color from here and hit on OK. Alright, so we get our color over there, our rectangle nicely drawn. Now right click on a rectangle and rasterize this, rasterize the layer, and then pick your polygonal lasso tool, and then let's cut this place off. Let's cut this place off, and then it's here. Hit on backspace key to delete, Ctrl D to deselect, and then let's delete this part also off. Come here, backspace key to delete. Alright, now the next we are going to do is I'll go back to my file, go to place, and then let me bring in this, the couples. Alright, so what I'll do to them is I will center them properly and center them. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect, right click on it and then rasterize the layer. Pick your magic wand tool, hit on backspace key, hit on backspace key, hit on backspace key, hit on backspace key, Ctrl D to deselect that. Now let's reduce the opacity for this, reduce the opacity for this as well. So let's try and put it around 15. So you put it around 15. Alright, I think that is okay. That is okay. Perhaps you can play around it and then choose the size that is okay for you. Now the next thing we are going to do, let me go back to my file again, and then let me bring in this source file, but I'm not going to use it for now, so let me just hide it somewhere here. Okay, So close the eye for this. Now the next thing we are going to do, I'll pick my type tool and begin with my typing. The font I'm going to use in this case is Lato, and then I'm going to put this on bold for now. Now let me go back. Let me reduce the size to 59. Go back to the type tool. Let's copy this. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste that over here. Now let me take off the spacing. Okay, then I can then reduce the size for this to something like this. Okay, so let me quickly select all of these. And then Ctrl G to group them. Let me and name this background to something like this. All right, so Ctrl A, and then let me center this. Ctrl D to deselect. Then let me hit on Ctrl G to duplicate this and bring it here. And then let me go back to my text and let me copy this. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Now let me reduce this a little bit like this. Okay, then Ctrl J to duplicate. Let me bring this here, and then let me go back and copy this. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste that over there. Let's remove this here like this. Now Ctrl J to duplicate. Let me bring this down, and let me highlight all of this, and then copy this. Ctrl C to copy that, Ctrl V to paste. You could realize that the typing work is going to be many over there, but in some cases some clients reduces the number of words or the items that are supposed to be on the thing, they reduce it. Okay, so this is a tutorial. So okay, now let me select this, and then let me duplicate this, move it out to this place like this, and then let me go back to my text and copy this and paste that over here. All right, so that is it over there for me. Okay, so let me pick my type tool again, and then let me type this end. Okay, and then let me increase the height a little bit, and let me position it over here to something like this. Now let me select all of these, and then bring the size down a little bit to something like this. I can then group this. Ctrl G to group this and said parents. All right, then let me open this and then play around this. Let me try and see if my color will work. So this color is appropriate, and then as usual let me drop a little shadow for this. Okay, and then things the spread has to come out a little bit, the distance to the size, okay, to something like this. And let me change the angle to 90 degrees. All right, I think this is okay. Okay, so this is cool over there. Now I can then close this, and then let me center this. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect that. Let me bring it to the top a bit. Open this, and let me bring this down a little bit. Now let me come here again, Ctrl J to duplicate this, and let me highlight that, come to my text, and let me copy all of this. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste that over there. Then reduce the size for this. So anytime you are working, try as much as possible to stick to the use of one font. Okay, if you use a font, the maximum should be 3. Okay, but the best one is to make your work nice, stick to the use of only one font. Okay, all right, so that is it. So let me play around this one. Go back to your shape tool and then take this off. I don't want you to be part of them. All right, so let me make a shape around this so that I'll get something like this. Hold down the two shape like this, and then let's center this. Okay, okay, so we'll get something like that. Then Ctrl J to duplicate this again, and let me come here and copy this. Ctrl V to paste that over there. Bring this one here, open it up a little bit like this. Okay, now select your type tool again, and let's now reduce the size for these two a little bit, and then position it here so that you get something like this. Now let me duplicate this. Ctrl J to duplicate this, and let me bring it down, and then go back to your text and copy this. Ctrl V to paste. Now let's open this up a little bit to something like this. Then Ctrl A, and let's center this. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, then Ctrl J to duplicate that, and let me bring it down. Select your type tool, go to this, and then let's copy this. Ctrl C to copy that, and then Ctrl V to paste. Let's open this up like this, and let's position this one at this place. Now let's go to FX, go to your blending options. Okay, then let's drop a shadow for this. Let's drop a little shadow for this. Okay, and then I think we have to add a little satin to this. So what we'll do is we'll bring our cursor to this end like this. Let's add a satin, and the angle should be 90. Then you hit on OK. Ctrl J to duplicate that and bring this here, and then let's go and copy this. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Now bring this over here like this. Ctrl A, and then Ctrl D to deselect, position it, and then Ctrl J to duplicate again, and then pick your type tool and go back and copy this. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Okay, and then position this here like this. Ctrl J, and then you duplicate, position this here, and then pick your type tool, go and copy this and come and paste that over here. Okay, now I'll go back to this place and copy the names, Ctrl C to copy their name, and then I'll pick my type tool and I'll paste that over here like this. So I'll position this here like this, and then Ctrl J to duplicate that, and let me bring it here, highlight this, go back to your text and copy the name of the woman, and then Ctrl V to paste that over here, so that will bring this one, we'll bring the two like this. Okay, now let me select the two, and then reduce the size for the two like this, bring them here like this. Okay, and what we are going to do next is bring this here like this and position it, and then let me bring this one to here like this. Okay, then select all of them like this, and let me reduce the size again. Okay, so that we'll get something like this. Select these two and send them to the top a little bit. Bring this back a little, select this and these two and send them back a little bit. Okay, now we can then select this, Ctrl G, and then we'll group it and set couples. Okay, so that is it. Now let me duplicate this again and bring it down. Select my type tool, go back, and then let me copy this, all of this. Okay, and then let me come copy this, highlight this and paste that, all of that over here. Position it neatly over here like this. Okay, now let me go to my shape tool and then pick my shape and make a shape like this. Change the color for the shape to this color, then Ctrl J to duplicate that, and then let me select this and center them properly. Reduce the size for this. Okay, so that you get something like that, and then let me group that again and name that date. Ctrl J to duplicate that, and let me send it to this very end like this, and let me change here and put down this the time. Okay, let me paste that over there like that. Move it so that you get something like this. Okay, Now the next thing I will do is that I am going to duplicate this again, and I'll bring it to the down here. Pick your type tool, highlight this, go back and copy, that is the church, then Ctrl V to paste that. Go to your AA and then okay, and let me center this, and then I think I have to put this on 26 exactly, and let me bring this over here, close it up a bit, and then position it here like this. Pick your type tool again, but this time select the rounded rectangle and make a shape like this. Let's change the color to this color, duplicate that and send it to this place. Okay, now let me group this, Ctrl G, and let me say venue. Ctrl J to duplicate this again, and let me bring it down. Select your type tool, go to your text, and let's copy this, all of this, and let me Ctrl V to paste that, and let me open this one more time. Okay, and then let me center this well, bring it here like this. Bring it to the down part like this. Open out the space again, okay, so that we get something like this. Bring it down, and let me bring this one also down. Okay, and let me bring this one too down. Bring this one too down. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'll pick my type tool again, and then let me go and copy this. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste that. Let's close this. Okay, now let me center this, and then I can then reduce the size a little bit again to something like this. All right. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is I'll go to my file and let me place this rasterize this. Take your rectangular mogul tool and cut this one off. Right click on it and select layer by cut. Pick it and close it up. Close this one up like this. Position it at the middle over here. Okay, so that you get something like this over there. And send this one up like this again. Let's delete these ones off. Now go to your shape and pick rounded rectangle like this. Make a nice shape like this. Reduce the size for this a little bit. Reduce it a bit. Let me zoom. Okay. And now let me change the color for this to this very color. Pick your type tool and let's type there. Let's reduce the size to that and let's type RSVP. Let's reduce the size again. Okay, and change the color to this. Position this here like this, duplicate that, and let's say wisdom 025789389 or 0245674 782. Alright, so guys, that is the design for us, but we are going to do certain things. Let me group the layers. Okay, let me put this inside this. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'll go to my solid color, and then let me go to this place and copy. Let me copy this color code. Ctrl C to copy that, then Ctrl V to paste. Now what we are going to do is let's reduce the opacity to 20. Alright, so guys, that is the design for us. That is what I want us to design. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and also hit on the notification bell for more notification anytime I upload a new video. Alright, see you in my next video. Bye bye.